New York, the most populous city in the United States and a glamorous magnet for tourists, has many nicknames, including the city that never sleeps, Empire City, and Gotham, but perhaps the most famous one of all is the Big Apple. Where did this originate and when? Even though it became popular in the 1970s, the nickname the Big Apple was born in the 1920s, in reference to the prizes rewarded at the many racing courses in and around New York City. However, it wasn't officially adopted as the city's nickname until 1971, as the result of a successful ad campaign intended to attract tourists. Throughout its history, the term Big Apple has always come down to simply mean the best and biggest of places to be, and New York City has long lived up to its nickname. Millions of people visit it every year, and many more millions dream of seeing its skyscrapers, parks and theaters. Those who visit, whether coming from Arizona or Australia, will truly understand why it's called the capital of the world and the Big Apple. The term only started gaining traction when sports writer John J. Fitzgerald began writing about the city's horse races for the New York Morning Telegraph. In the late 1920s and early 1930s, the nickname started to become well known outside of the Northeast, as New York City's jazz musicians began referring to New York City as the Big Apple in their songs. An old saying in show business was there are many apples on the tree, but only one Big Apple. New York City was, and is, the premier place for jazz musicians to perform, which made it more common to refer to New York City as the Big Apple. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, New York City was quickly earning a national reputation as a dark and dangerous city. To increase tourism to New York City in 1971, the city launched an ad campaign with Charles Gillette, president of the New York Convention and Visitors Bureau, at the helm. A fan of jazz, he wanted to restore the city to its former glory by adopting the Big Apple as an officially recognized reference to New York City. The campaign featured red apples in an effort to lure visitors to New York City. The red apples, intended to serve as a bright and cheery image of the city, would stand in contrast to the common belief that New York City was riddled with crime and poverty. T-shirts, pins, and stickers promoting the Big Apple quickly became popular, thanks in part to the help of celebrities like New York Knicks legend Dave DeBusschere, and the city welcomed tourists to take a bite out of the Big Apple. Since the conclusion of the campaign and subsequent rebranding of the city, New York City has officially been nicknamed the Big Apple. In recognition of Fitzgerald, the corner of 54th and Broadway was renamed Big Apple Corner in 1997. And the rest, as they say, is history.